Um, yeah, I got some like headphones from like Amazon or something on it.
Oh no,
They're
I'm probably just gonna go to Walmart and buy some.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can use that. I can share my screen.
Which mic do I have set up? Do I have the headset?
No, it sounds like the mic. Oh, maybe not.
Nope, it's the mic bed.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I got worried that it was the headset mic. I did that one
Cool.
time and it just
It sounded weird.
didn't really fly.
Cool. Well, I guess I'll just like uh, tell the video what we're doing, but I'm trying to come up with more content to put on our YouTube channel. And I've been seeing actually, and you should go check him out too, the Hail Mary podcast on YouTube. He also does obviously a podcast, but he's been doing mock drafts, like extensive ones, like 4 or 5 rounds, stuff like
Oh
that.
geez, yeah.
Yeah. But like different. They've been different videos. It's been like round one, round two, round three. Does a lot of work for him, like 45 minutes. So I thought, you know what, YouTube needs another set of opinions in the mock draft world. So
Hey man, it's
I
just like
texted
Twitter.
Hunter, and here we are. Yeah, it's just like Twitter. Like there's never enough draft Twitter. Um, so I figured we'd come on here and see what we got going on. Maybe it'll take an hour. I don't know. This is just version 1.0. So obviously the Jets are picking first. Um, I see no reason to pick anyone other than Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, literally no reason at all.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence
Okay.
is the clear cut best prospect.
Yeah. I mean, like, I mean, I obviously don't want to falsely speak on him, but he seems like almost as safe as Andrew Luck did. He's just like, I feel like he's just that good. And there's like, I like, there's no, people were saying early in the year, like maybe Fields is better than Trevor Lawrence, but like obviously I don't see it. And I think that even like people are saying possibly like Zach Wilson better than Fields or something like that. I think that
Yeah,
there's more discussion in 2, 3, 4 than there is for number one.
yeah, I've been seeing a lot of Zach Wilson better than Justin Fields stuff on the
Yeah.
timeline lately, and I don't know where it's coming from.
Yeah, I mean I think that's ridiculous to be fair. I think Justin Fields is also like, I mean, if we're gonna talk about Justin Fields, I think he's pick number two. Um Obviously they could go Penny Sewell, but
It's going to be Justin Fields. I mean, there's a reason
yeah.
Minshew hasn't been starting the past few games. They were trying
Right.
to embrace the tank, and it just wasn't.
Yeah. If I mean Minshew, I think Minshew's starting this week, but either way, if they pick anybody than Justin Fields, I'd be surprised. And honestly, pick three is pretty solid too. With Penny Sewell going to the Bengals.
I think regardless who picks number three, it's going to be Penny Sewell.
Yeah, if it's like, I mean, honestly, if it's Dallas, they could. If it's the Chargers, they could. The
If it's the
Panthers
Chargers,
could.
I feel like they would.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Um, that offensive line just needs beefing. Obviously, they took a chance with Joe this season. Didn't turn out too well. He got hit 1,000 times. Like, was it a hamstring or a ACL?
ACL, MCL, and I think some PCL too.
Yeah, so he's just gotta come back. But Penny Sewell,
It blows my
he's
mind that he's only 20.
yeah, that's crazy to me. He was born in 2000. You were born in what, 1998?
Yeah, I'm 98.
Yeah, me,
You're
me
98.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trevor's like 96, right?
Yeah, Trevor's 96, I think.
Trevor's an old fart. But yeah, Penny Sewell is ridiculously safe. I think I think honestly, I mean, I think he's a great tackle. I think he'd be excellent on the inside too. If you
I
put him
think
at
with
guard,
Sewell, it's going to be one of those you can play him anywhere, and
yeah,
it's going to be fine. I think he's
like,
better
and
fit to be a tackle, but I have seen some talk of him moving to guard, and I just think it's one of those play him where you need him.
yeah, he's got the length to play tackle too. He's 6'5", so he can. I mean, and he's played enough in college. I think also the Bengals really could just go offensive line, offensive line, offensive line, offensive line, and every single pick, And
Yeah.
like I don't think anybody would be mad at it.
Like literally, if the Bengals' first three picks are offensive line, no one's going to be mad.
Right. That's like for real. This is where you can start to have actual conversation is at 4 because Dallas picks. I pretty much always mock a corner here just because that pass defense has been so awful. And like
I
it's been
also,
such a what
I
were you
just
gonna say?
don't. Yeah, I mean, too, but I just, I think it's mostly because I don't like any of the edges that much here.
Yeah.
Like, I
At
mean,
4. Yeah, I don't think at 4.
no, I mean, like, I know you prefer Pay to Russo, and I prefer Russo to Pay, but
Sure.
I don't think either one has the skill set to go number 4. You know?
No. I don't think either of them are like top 5. Because if you have an edge, I feel like that could go top 5, they might as well be like the first pick, you know?
Yeah. I
Like I
mean,
mean like a Miles Garrett type thing, where like Miles
yeah.
Garrett was like ridiculous.
If Jalen Phillips' medicals come back well and he tests as well as people are expecting him to at the combine, maybe you could see him in a conversation here. But I think Dallas is going to trade back. But I also hate mocking trade backs.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm not going to pay for TD and premium. I mean, but maybe I will. It's like how
I,
much is TD and premium?
don't click it. It's I want to say it's like 30 a year or 60 a
Yeah.
year, something like
I mean, I'm
that.
not I'm not going to pay for it, but I'm just saying. But yeah, I,
Maybe
I
we
mean, I
can share
think
an account, just like we don't share the Game Pass.
no, we do not share Game Pass at all. Um,
NFL, please, we do not share the Game
we do not
Pass.
share Game Pass. You know what I think would be interesting here, and I've actually thought about this for the Falcons too, but well, hmm,
Say it.
I was thinking
Say
because
your thoughts.
well, because I'm just thinking so because I'm trying to think about who would trade up here, right? So
Hmm.
it's a either a quarterback needy team, so maybe San Francisco trades ahead of Carolina,
That's exactly who I was thinking was
yeah,
San
or
Francisco
I
making the
was
jump for Zach Wilson or Trey
yeah,
Lance.
which I don't think deserves it, but that's a separate conversation. But something that I was thinking about earlier is the Falcons aren't really like I feel like they don't need to be scared that Miami is going to take their guy.
Hmm.
So the Eagles could trade up to 7 to pick Jamar Chase,
Yeah.
and the Falcons could pick at 9 and still pick whatever edge they want to. I just thought that was
Yeah.
interesting. But
My thing is like Atlanta's such a hard team to predict right now because
yeah,
of the GM and the head coaching vacancy. Because as the new
yeah,
regime comes, I know we've had this conversation on the podcast before,
right,
but if the new regime comes in and is like, yeah, I don't really want to hitch our wagon to a 36-year-old Matt Ryan,
right.
then fully expect them to draft a guy this draft, like early. But if they think they can get 4 or 5 more years out of Matt, then they're definitely not going to. It just all depends on how they view Matt this
Yeah,
draft.
well, how they view Matt and how they view, the quarterbacks that fall into their lap because, um, it's not looking like they're going to get a top 2 quarterback. It's looking like those are going to be the top 2 picks. So
Mm,
it's like, how developmental do you think Zach Wilson and Trey Lance are? Or, I mean, I don't know who maybe they prefer one of the less dual threat quarterbacks, Kyle Trask, Mac Jones. I don't know. So I hope not, but I have no clue. Anyways, we're still on this Dallas pick. I think it's probably cornerback. You prefer Sertain over Farley, is that right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Let's go Sertain. I think they're going to go with a more physical corner.
Yeah. The thing I actually prefer Farley, and I think Sertain actually fits the Cowboys better. Works too because I think Farley fits the Chargers pretty well. I like to mock corner here too, but like we talked about before, like they could easily go tackle.
My thing is, I think I could very easily see them going tackle, corner, or honestly wide receiver to give Herbert another weapon.
Yeah, because Keenan Allen still has a few more years. He's like what 32 maybe, and but then
I
Mike
think he's like
Williams has been
29.
hurt. He's Keenan Allen.
I think so. I think he's like 28, 29.
Maybe I mean I might be tripping. Yeah, 28.
Yeah.
So but like um So he's still got years, and he's been consistent. Mike Williams has been hurt, and that's pretty
Mm.
much it, right?
Well, yeah. And the thing is, Keenan Allen has also always kind of struggled with injuries. When he's healthy, he's a top 5 receiver in the league, in my opinion, but he's also
Yeah,
just perpetually hurt, you know? So,
yeah,
like, if they went Jamar Chase here, I really would not be that surprised.
yeah. They definitely could. I mean, I just feel like that there's so many needs, especially on that defense.
I
Like
definitely feel like
at
tackle or
corner. I
just,
mean,
I feel like offensive line is without a doubt the um, best or
yeah,
biggest need that they
it's
need.
just
But
for
it's, do you
value
want
here.
to reach on Slater at 5 or reach on Christian Darrisaw
So
or Cosme at 5, depending on how you grade those next couple tackles? For me, Darrisaw is 2, Slater's 3, but
yeah,
I can't justify putting Darrisaw as a top 5 pick, you know?
right. I don't think he's a top 5 pick either. I think he might be a top 10 pick. I mean, based on if there's a need, which there won't be, but I mean, I think that I love going corner here. I think they probably go corner unless they're looking to like beef up the line again. I know Melvin Ingram, isn't he coming back from a Melvin Ingram, right? Am I
Yeah,
crazy?
he's
He's
actually a
coming back from
free
an injury,
agent.
right? Okay, yeah. I think Nick Bosa is coming back from an injury too. Joey
I thought,
Bosa.
I thought Bosa was fine.
I thought he didn't he like tear his ACL last year?
Yeah, but he's been playing all year.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, I don't know. I just feel like
I mean, I could
I
see
feel
I
like
could see Rousseau here or Pay.
yeah,
I mean, I just see them going BPA, which honestly might be Micah Parsons.
yeah. Micah, no, I think Micah Parsons is BPA.
Oh no, I think he is too. I have absolutely no idea what they're going to be doing with this.
Yeah, I don't know. Where do you think we should go?
Let's send it with Farley. Let's go to the
Yeah,
corner.
I said before I really do like Barley. He's a receiver turned cornerback.
I didn't realize he was
6'2".
6. I don't know he was 6'2".
Yeah, I love that. I love a tall corner. Um, and you don't see it in his mobility. So he's really athletic. Also, I know so that the Panthers they could go quarterback here. They could go Zach Wilson. I don't think they will. I think that they ride it with Teddy B. I think that's been going fine. I think if Micah Parsons is on the board, they want Micah Parsons.
I think they want BPA, which is honestly going to be Micah Parsons. It
Yeah.
and if they let Curtis Samuel leave in free agency, though,
Yeah,
this
but the thing,
might be a receiver.
well, it's I like it could be a receiver. I think that if a top two cornerback is there, it could be a corner too. But um,
I think
Curtis Samuel,
dream scenario for the Panthers, Sertain or Farley falls to them at 6, which
okay,
should, which I mean should be pretty feasible, just not in our mock.
yeah. I mean, well, and you could see too. I mean, it's very possible that the Chargers, like we talked about, Chargers could be all over the place. They could go OT, they could go edge, they could go linebacker. So, um, I think the weird thing about Curtis Samuel is like Curtis Samuel is their wide receiver 3,
Mm-hmm.
but he plays such that like weird gadget role.
Mm-hmm.
You know how he like they have him running the ball, they have him running those like weird little uh routes
They
into
have
the
him
flats.
as like more of a weapon than as a
Yeah,
receiver. Yeah,
I think that they could get that in the second round if Rondale Moore is there,
or
or
Kadarius Toney.
Kadarius Toney. Yeah. So,
I'm gonna
uh,
go and say this hot take now for everyone who listens to all of our stuff. Kadarius Toney greater than Rondale Moore, in my
I
humble opinion.
yeah, I mean Kadarius Toney's been crazy this year, especially, and he wears number 1 for Florida, which is like apparently the hardest worker on the team. Wears number 1. So that says something about his character, at least. I think he might go in the first round. Um,
Yeah,
he could go to the Packers.
all those places that people were mocking Rondale Moore at the start of the season is going to be Kadarius Toney
Yeah.
um, if he has a good combine.
I think Rondale Moore could still be a crazy weapon in the NFL, but
I think so too, but I think teams are going to be scared off due to his size and
yeah,
due
he's
to
so little.
his and just due to whatever the reason he wasn't playing this year was.
Yeah,
Because some said it was injury, some said it was a coaching decision. Nobody really knows.
yeah. Um, We're at the Falcons. You know, I love to go edge here, but I would be fine going quarterback here, just seeing how it plays out.
Let's give
Um,
them Trey Lance just because you know my feelings of Trey Lance to Atlanta.
well,
That's all I want.
I've seen Trey Lance falling a lot um, because of the opt out and because of the rise of Zach Wilson.
Mm,
I think that he's gonna fall and sneak into like a team like the Bears or like the 49ers or something. And then
yeah.
we're just gonna be like, what the hell? Also, Jamar Chase is here at the Dolphins pick.
Yeah, we're giving them Jamar Chase at pick 8.
Yeah. I mean, do you think though? I mean, I think Jamar Chase is wide receiver one.
Yes, it's either
I
him or Devontae Smith.
yeah,
I need to sit back down and rewatch Jamar Chase tape from last year and compare it to Devontae
yeah,
Smith this year. In the summer, though, those were my 1 and 2, and they're still my 1 and 2.
yeah. Jamar Chase was better than Justin Jefferson on that team, and Justin Jefferson has been ridiculous. Um, in the NFL, obviously, he's been being in offensive rookie of the year conversation. A lot of people also, I think it's something to consider the Dolphins taking either Jalen Waddle or Devontae Smith because,
For familiarity purposes,
yeah,
yeah.
for sure. I mean, and Jamar Chase, I'm trying to remember. No, he
I
okay.
think, yeah. So, I
First,
mean, I think it's going to be like, I think they're going to go best receiver at,
yeah,
or if there's some, like, if Micah Parsons gets to 8, that's who they want. He'd be the perfect addition to that Brian Flores defense.
yeah,
Um, but I think if he's gone, then they're probably just going to like sit, or they might honestly trade back.
yeah. They could trade back and then still get one of those Bama wide receivers. They trade
Exactly,
back. They could
exactly.
trade back to like 11. Well, it doesn't really
Trade
make
back
any
to trade back to
well.
16, switch
Yeah,
with
The
Chicago,
Bears get Zach.
and then
The
you
Bears
could
get Zach
grab Devontae Smith or Jalen Waddle or just best weapon right there at 16.
Well, you would hope so, but in between there, you have the Eagles, the Giants, and the Lions, who could all take a receiver.
Yeah, I definitely think. I mean, I don't think they're going to trade back, but you never know. Especially
Yeah,
like draft day is weird, and the pre-draft, like the week before draft, you know how it always is. We'll see all these weird rumors of, oh my God, they're about to, Patriots are about to move up for Trevor Lawrence
right.
or
Well, I mean, and
something. You know,
like we saw how many rumors did we hear about the Dolphins taking Herbert, and then
exactly,
they did the thing that we all thought they were going to do. Like, I mean, who knows?
exactly.
I think it's
The,
Jamar Chase here, though. I mean, he's wide
I think
receiver
so
one.
too. I mean, I love the pre-draft rumors. Oh, definitely, yeah,
Oh, yeah, come
definitely go
on.
chase here. Um,
Yeah.
but I think one of my favorite ones was 2018, I believe, where there were rumors of New England trading up to get Baker Mayfield. If he went like past number 5 or something like that, apparently they had like some handshake agreement set up with somebody where
That's
they
so
would
funny.
trade up for Baker.
I mean, he went one, but
Yeah,
that's still funny. Like,
that was just like the weirdest trade rumor I'd ever heard. I was like, huh?
yeah,
But
that's
you
wild.
know how like the trade rumors are just they're so fun
Yeah, I
because
think it is
people
fun,
like,
and it's fun because people freak out about it.
oh yeah, and people just talk out of their ass for it. They're like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah. Um, the Eagles, I think the Eagles should try to get Micah Parsons. I think that's what they should do,
Yeah, but
but
I don't think that's what they're
they won't,
going to do.
they won't. Howie Roseman doesn't want linebacker. They don't ever value linebackers in the first round, which like
How,
fair enough.
oh my god, Howie Roseman is the the root of all these issues in Philly.
That's how I
Like
feel too. Like,
he's he's a work like everything like Thomas Dimitroff and Howie Roseman are very similar. They both like the big flashy players, the big flashy signings.
yeah,
Um, they like the skill positions, you know,
yeah.
and they both kind of let things go. Howie Roseman lets linebackers go. Thomas Dimitroff would let the defensive line just slip. But the difference is Thomas Dimitroff, like, is at least somewhat competent in the other areas. Howie Roseman just completely ignores it.
Yeah. 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 I mean, like I said, I think if the Eagles trade up, they're going to be looking for a receiver. I think it would be such a good idea to get Michael Parsons. I think that
I think they
linebacker core is
need
terrible.
Micah Parsons, but
Yeah.
especially with how I mean, I think you can grab a linebacker day 2 that's going to make an impact in that defense.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, considering Duke Riley's been playing fairly well for them, but
Yeah.
like a guy like Dylan Moses or Jabril
Come on,
Cox,
Jabril
which
Cox. Come on,
Jabril
Chad
Cox.
Surratt.
Okay, Jabril Cox is going to be one of the biggest Senior Bowl risers.
Yeah.
I'm actually probably going to work on an article about it this weekend since I can't
Yeah.
work right
Right.
now. Uh, thanks, Trevor. But I think he's going to be one of the biggest Senior Bowl risers
Yeah.
and probably like might even get day 1 talk in Jabril
Yeah.
Cox.
I think he could end up a lot like damn, what's his name? Texas Tech last year. The
Oh,
Seahawks. Jordan
Jordan
Brooks.
Brooks,
Jordan Brooks. Jordan Brooks.
bro,
You
that
know,
one made it.
he,
That one still makes no damn
it
sense to me.
it didn't make sense to me, but I thought he was a round two player. I thought he was nice. Um,
I had a
but
day 3 grade on him. I had
yeah,
day 3, round 3.
round three.
Yeah.
I just think that like there's guys, especially in linebackers,
Mm-hmm.
that there's guys down here, that end up jumping up into the first round just because
Yeah.
people like what they see. I mean, like linebackers in general are just like a smart group of people, and
Yeah.
so actually
Monty Rice
Charles,
is another guy that's pretty good. Charles
yeah,
Snowden's
Charles
weird
Snowden is
because he's
Charles Snowden
damn
is
six
6'7"
seven.
though. Yeah, he's huge.
I think
Um,
he's very scheme fit though is the problem. I think he's a 3-4 outside linebacker, and whether
yeah,
you use him as an edge rusher or as like, it just really depends on your scheme.
yeah, he's
On
really
how you use
lean
those.
too. He's
Yeah,
really
I
lean.
I like the idea of Charles Snowden. I just
Right.
don't know if I could put him in a situation to get the best out of him if
To be
I'm
fair,
Philadelphia.
I mean, yeah, to be fair, I think Charles Snowden would be the type of linebacker you need though to start defending some of these like huge physical tight ends
Mm-hmm.
that are just coming. I mean, like Travis Kelce, we've seen is like, I mean, I have a hard on for Travis Kelce, but like, Travis Kelce we've seen is like undefendable. I mean,
Yeah,
like the Patriots are like pretty much the only team that defended him at all.
yeah.
Um, and like if you got Kyle Pitts coming in the mix now, you got Kittle coming back from injury, angry. Darren Waller's been ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe. Anyways, the Eagles, like we talked about,
Let's give them Jalen Waddle.
Jalen Waddle. You know that I love mocking Devontae Smith to the Lions. So
Okay,
um, the Giants.
the Giants. The
I think the
Giants.
Giants can go edge here,
I
and
think
that
I
would be a
think
big deal.
so. Connor Rogers talked about it on the Leftco podcast, um, and Connor said this might be the time where you move Dave Gettleman away from the drafting duties, and like maybe promote him to like VP of football operations or just some slightly
Yeah,
higher title. Get him away from the draft room. And if they do that, then this pick might not be an edge. But if
yeah, they could be a
Gettleman's still
receiver.
around, if Gettleman's still around though, this pick's going to be an edge.
Yeah, I mean, I could even see them picking. I don't know. I don't think JOK is worth a top 10 pick, but you know how they love their uh, bruisers in New York. So I mean, I think it could be receiver.
I
I
think it's
think it
going.
could be,
I think it's going to be an edge here.
yeah. I mean, and then it's Greg Rousseau or Quiddy Pay. I know you like Greg Rousseau, so we'll let it fly.
Well,
I
I mean, I
actually,
also do feel like it's going to be Greg Rousseau, though, knowing
yeah,
they're seeing Gettleman's past. The big, long pass rusher who has
yeah,
every trait imaginable.
yeah, 6'5", 260. I mean, he's big. I actually tweeted this earlier. We were talking about it. I think Jalen Phillips is better than Greg Rousseau, and like you said, if his medical's clear, then we might really see something. And speaking of, you can follow us on Twitter at H Thompson NFL. I'm gonna start hopefully tweeting some more. So, but yeah, Greg Rousseau at 10. I think that that makes sense in terms of Gettleman's scheme and also the way his big fat edge
Yeah, I mean,
rushers. Um,
Gettleman's an old-fashioned NFL GM. He likes the big uglies. He likes the hog mollies or whatever he
I
calls it.
mean, kind
I
of
mean,
kind of me too,
oh,
honestly.
I know. I mean, we saw him. He traded for Leonard Williams.
Yeah,
He drafted Dexter Lawrence. He drafted B.J. Hill. I feel like I'm missing another defensive tackle he drafted, but he
yeah, just
he,
big old.
he just completely revamped that New York defense into just big, massive linemen.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I think Detroit just goes Devontae Smith here. They have what, five receivers on contract?
So I saw this article today posted from I forgot who it was. Maybe it was like a USA Today article, sports article or something. And it was like every team's like every team what they need,
Yeah,
you know, in the offseason. And for Detroit, it was a pass rush.
yeah.
So
You
maybe
think?
we can see them going your boy Quiddy Pay here. He's from Michigan, or I mean, he went to Michigan. Fantastic edge rusher. Gives Detroit something to work with on that defense.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to remember who's. Didn't they pick? Christ Almighty, I'm trying to
I think Jeff Okudah
remember
last year.
every single name from. What's that?
They
No, I
picked
know in
Jeff
the first
Okudah.
round, but they picked in the second round they picked an edge. They picked Notre Dame, Julian Okwara.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
forgot about him.
So I don't know. I don't know if it'll be edge. Because I mean, obviously here it says I mean I can't trust TDN on everything, but like it says IDL. Obviously, there's no interior defensive line.
Yeah,
That I'm going to pick at 11.
I mean,
But
Detroit's another weird situation, kind of like Atlanta. It just depends if the new regime's going to want to blow up the roster and if they want to stay tied to Matt Stafford.
yeah, I mean quarterback.
Because they could go Lance here if they want to move past
We
if they
we
want to
have
move past
Wilson on
Stafford.
board.
Or who did I say?
We have Wilson. Yeah, yeah. I mean we Falcons took Lance.
Did I say I
So
meant to say Wilson? I did
it's
not mean to
all
say
the
Lance.
same. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
But I
I mean
mean
Zach Wilson playing in the NFC North that could be fun.
Zach Wilson. Yeah, he's something. I was seeing some things today about Zach Wilson, just about like maturity. But
Yes, I see that's from our source that we don't really want to name, but we have heard that he has some maturity issues.
yeah, I just
Source, if you're listening, thank you for that wise input.
um I still think they go receiver here just because of like the sheer number of receivers they can't resign, and
Yeah,
also they're not gonna resign Galladay likely because Galladay will ask for a lot of money, I think.
yeah,
And
yeah.
even if they do, I mean Devontae Smith,
I said
I should
definitely give
like
them Devontae Smith because even if they re-sign Marvin Jones is not a number one receiver by any means.
no,
Oh, oh, this is the
yeah,
pick.
here we are, here
I
we
didn't even
are,
realize they
there
were
it
up
is.
next.
Yeah, Zach Wilson to San Francisco, I love it. Get rid of Jimmy G. He hasn't even been playing half the year anyway. Um, bring in somebody more flashy, more dual threat.
Yeah,
Uh, I think it'd be cool to even like have Zach Wilson in that like running. I mean, the running back by committee they have there. Um, plus, he's got weapons. Like they just drafted Ayuk.
yeah. I
Um,
mean, like just picturing the offense that Shanahan could create around Zach Wilson is mind blowing to me.
yeah, I think that would be crazy. I mean, because right now he's running with a painfully average quarterback,
And his
and
backups
it's going,
are his
yeah,
backups are rough.
right. I mean, and it's like going fine, but like,
Yeah,
and, I mean, he made a Super Bowl last year. Obviously, this year has been a little bit different because of injuries, but um, I would love to see how crazy it'd be if he actually had a dynamic quarterback. That's what interests me about like because when we talk about offensive minds in the NFL, we talk about like Shanahan, we talk about McVay, um, and the both of them have pretty average quarterbacks.
Hmm. Yeah, I
Like
mean,
Goff is fine. I'm not mad at Goff. Like if I had Goff, I'd be like, all right. But like,
Goff is the weirdest quarterback in the league, in my opinion, because he checks every box you want out of
yeah,
a franchise guy, but he just doesn't. It just doesn't click.
yeah. I don't
Maybe
know
that
what
has
it
something
is.
to do with McVay and his coaching. Maybe that just has to do with Goff, like between the ears. Not quite sure, but it's just not.
And it's
Something's just
weird.
not clicking.
It's weird too because like Goff checks all the boxes. They've got a group of running backs that are doing what they need to be
Yeah,
doing. I mean, obviously Akers has been taking off recently, but like Darrell Henderson is pretty good. Malcolm Brown's not bad either. Um, and then Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods are two good receivers. Um, and the defense is excellent. I mean, it looks like a Super Bowl team, so I don't really know. It's
yeah,
pretty weird to me that they're not, but either way, that's pretty confusing to me. I think Zach Wilson would be something crazy in San Francisco. I'm glad we got to put him there.
yeah,
Also, super unfortunate for the Bears. So we'll see when we get there. But the Broncos, I think that they could go edge. I think they could go cornerback. Kwity Paye is still on the board.
yeah. My thing
And
is, I feel like the Broncos are a weird roster because they've also been like destroyed by injury.
sure,
And the thing is, like with the Broncos, I feel like Vic Fangio is going to pick like a key piece to the defense. So like I have a weird gut feeling we could see Joke here.
yeah, that could go. I could see that.
Just give him a chess piece. I don't know if I'm gonna say we should go Joke here, but I would not put it past him because
Yeah,
because I mean he is 6'2", he is 215, so like maybe they could use him in like a Derwin Jamesy type role. I'm not quite
yeah.
sure, but I mean like there's so much you can do with a player like Joke. Um, but
I
like
think that I think the defense needs it for sure.
the
I mean,
defense just needs a
obviously,
playmaker.
yeah, because the it's like the defense in Denver is definitely starting to age, and you can see it. Um, I think J.C. Horn would be a reach here. But
Ooh, I
obviously, I'm not as high on.
disagree. I
Right,
like J.C. Horn a lot.
I know you do. I know you do. I think
Um,
he'd
I,
be.
I saw a
He's a
comp
reach
for
to me.
him. I saw a comp for him that compared him to AJ Terrell skill set wise.
AJ Terrell's been the best rookie cornerback or second best.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I mean, like,
let's give them Quiddy Pay because I
yeah,
feel like Von Miller might hit free agency, or
and
just
Bradley Chubb's been hurt, right?
yeah, Bradley Chubb. I want to say towards ACL again, or
Yeah,
maybe it was just I
I
don't
think I think
quite
it's I think it's
remember.
ACL.
Uh, we're doing your boy here.
Yeah, okay. So
I'll let you
Wyatt
talk about him
Davis,
too.
yeah, Wyatt Davis. I've been watching. Well, what I started doing is I was like watching line film because like I guess that's the kind of person I am. I just like watch line film now. But it's super interesting. I mean, these guys are giant and they like move like they're like they weigh 200 pounds. Like I weigh just over 200 pounds and I don't move like them, so it's very confusing. Um, But Wyatt Davis, I got kind of lost in his film because he just has it, dude. Like, I think I texted Hunter and I was like, I think he's like a lock at all like as an all pro guard. Like, I think he's that good. Literally the first sentence on this pros list from Krabs from TDN says this dude is a destroyer of worlds. I totally agree. Um, I mean, I just think like he just eats up any defensive tackle or nose guard that he comes in contact with in the Big Ten, and the Big Ten, is known for their big old linemen. So, um, he also was playing on an insane line. Yeah, it was him. Josh Myers was the center, and then was it Jonah Jackson that was playing guard on the other side? I think it's
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
Jonah Jackson.
So that sounds right.
So like that, I mean, that's insane to watch anyway. But I think Wyatt Davis is so safe. I said I think he's almost as safe as Quentin Nelson, but Don't want to put that too much in the air because Quentin Nelson was pretty ridiculous. But Wyatt Davis, I think he's the move for the Vikings
Yeah, I
because
can just picture Dalvin Cook running behind him.
yeah, I mean, like he just opens up some spaces. Like I don't know, I lost my train of thought, but
Oh, dude, happens to us
if
all
you
the
want to
time.
hear, yeah, I was about to say, if you want to hear somebody lose their train of thought, listen to our Lamar Shit Show episode this week at the Backups Cast. You can find us anywhere podcasts are available. Um, the
Fits
Patriots,
to New England.
right? Well, everybody loves doing that, and I think it works too. I mean, I don't see any reason why not to, you know.
I
But
mean,
also,
we know how much Belichick loves the tight ends. Pitts gives him the Aaron Hernandez type receiver. It's
yeah,
great
or
mismatch
Gronk
just
type
for
receiver.
Cam. Yeah, for Cam, who has not looked good without a safety blanket this year, and Pitts can be that difference maker on that offense.
Yeah,
And plus, Bill misses on every receiver that he goes for.
yeah, it's true. I like because N'Keal Harry, I mean, obviously hasn't really panned out at all from that class. Kyle Pitts might be BPA. Just gonna look.
I mean, it depends on how you grade everybody out for sure. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
I mean,
like there's a few other picks that I would enjoy
yeah,
seeing
so
here. Like I think I would like to see Rashad Bateman here. Terrace
yeah,
Marshall would be fun here. Joke would be very fun here, but I think it has to be Kyle Pitts.
I think so too. I mean, I saw I tweeted it actually. Austin Morris, who I think we both follow on Twitter. I don't.
Oh yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah. Good old Austin Morris. Yeah, he's
But
cool.
he tweeted hot take Kyle Pitts is tight end one and wide receiver one in this class. I retweeted it. Kyle Pitts is insane. I mean, just measurables wise, he looks unstoppable in the middle of the field, even against the SEC. Yeah, 6'5", 239. Holy Jesus! I mean, that's bigger than Cam Newton.
Yeah,
So that's
I
enough
think
said.
I think it's like the same size as Cam.
Yeah, and he's massive. That's bigger than most linebackers. We've obviously seen a shift to a more thin, speedy linebacker recently in the NFL. I don't really like that, but that's why tight ends can't be covered anymore.
Yeah,
That's why I like this guy right here, Dylan
yeah.
Moses, 6'3",
Yeah.
240.
Well, look at Nick Bolton. Like,
Nick Bolton's big. Well, he's short though.
yeah,
He's
well,
like
that's
six
the
feet
thing.
tall, but
He's
he
short.
hits. Yeah,
Like,
he hits like crazy though. Like I mean, he's ridiculous. I love watching Nick Bolton.
okay,
Um,
this might just be me. I haven't really had a chance to talk to you a lot about draft prospects just because we've both been
okay,
so busy this past
yeah,
semester. Is it just me or does Nick Bolton look kind of slow on film?
I don't know. It's not.
I think I think he's a
I don't know
great
if it's
first
slow.
step, but like I think he's like top speed's kind of slow.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like top speed is a weird concept for linebackers because you're not like I don't know. You're not like looking at
So you don't see them going like full speed all the time.
right because they're not. I mean, they're not covering receivers or like most of the time or anything like that. I think people do get caught up though with Nick Bolton's like flash because because he hits so hard.
Hmm.
He's got so much power. I think people get caught up. I think it's crazy that TDN has Dylan Moses below Zayvon Collins Nick Bolton. But maybe that's just me.
I don't think it's that crazy because a lot of people have it ranked that way.
Yeah, I mean, I think personally I mean, like because I think Dylan Moses hits just as hard as Nick Bolton, and Dylan Moses is a more put together linebacker. He's older.
Hmm.
I think he's smarter. He's better in coverage. I mean,
The
I want Dylan Moses over Nick
the
Bolton.
only thing with Moses that I've seen issues with this year is sometimes he looks a little slow processing what's going on with the play, which
Yeah,
Bolton does not. I have not watched enough film on Zayvon Collins to make a judgment call on him,
yeah,
but I'm excited to get to him because I've heard good things about him. I just
yeah.
have not gotten to him yet.
Measurables. Yeah, he's a big boy though. 6'4", 260.
Yeah, yeah. I
That's
saw him playing
as big as
corner.
Greg Rousseau.
Yeah. Okay, hear me out. It's Chicago pick 16.
Kyle Trask.
It's got it. I think you're going to go quarterback here, and I think they're going to like if Ryan Pace and Matt Nagy somehow save their jobs, then they are going quarterback here out of pure desperation.
Yeah, no, I
Because
think
you
so too.
because you have to hit on it. You have to hit on it this year.
When we were gonna do the Twitter mock draft, the dual mock draft, um, I was like taking notes on every pick, just like small notes, so I could be prepared.
Yeah.
And I think I wrote should go OT, but will disappoint me and go QB. Like,
like
like
Rashawn Slater would be the perfect pick here. Like he would
look,
be
there's one tackle off the board. They'd be
well,
getting tackle too. You're
well
gonna
that's what
go.
I'm
You're
saying.
gonna
Like because like the thing is like according to the draft network, interior offensive line is their third biggest need behind tackle at two,
yeah,
and Slater can do both.
right,
Slater does both well. Or
very well. I mean, I like, yeah, because look, think Robert Hunt. He gave me that same
Robert
kind
Hunt
of
was a
vibes.
guard, and now he's playing tackle at the next level.
Yeah, and he's still very good. So
Yes,
like, but yeah, I think they're going to disappoint me. I think they either go Trask or Jones. They're both. I mean, neither of them really impress me. Um, Jeez, he's small.
I like Mac Jones, I really do, and I think he would thrive in the NFC North with his arm, but I don't think Chicago would pick him over Trask
I don't
because
think he will either.
I think Nagy would try to emulate the Dan Mullen offense for Trask.
I just hate going QB5 at pick 16. I think that's terrible value. I think Trask is a less good Alex Smith. I
I
think
I've,
he,
I think he's Andy Dalton.
that's that's just as bad, like if not worse.
Yeah, I mean I think he's Andy Dalton, like a low end starter, better backup. He's my
It
QB
just,
7.
yeah. I mean, you're right. Like, you have Ritter ahead of him.
I do have Ritter. Ritter 6.
I like Ritter. Um, I like him. Look at him. Anyways, I think you're right that they'll go QB out of desperation, which is really unfortunate because what the team needs is a tackle and or a guard. I think Rashawn Slater would be a great pick there, but he's going to fall again, and so now it's the Raiders pick. I think the Raiders. We mocked this before in the Twitter mock. I think the Raiders could probably go edge. I think Joseph Asai or Azeez Ojulari would be great
I
picks.
think either one of those. I'm higher on Ojolari than you or than I think you are, or is he your 4?
Ojulari is my 4, Asai is my 5, but I think Quiddy Pay, Jalen Phillips, Greg Rousseau, Osai, and then Ojulari. I think they're all first round talent.
Yeah.
So I'm not mad at any of them going in the first round. Um, but yeah, I think it'll either be Osai or Ojulari. Ojulari's been rising a bunch. Um,
Knowing Mike Mayock and his draft history, I think that it's either going to be Asai or Ojolari. Um,
yeah,
just because Mayock likes going guys from the bigger schools,
yeah,
like first round, like he likes the big school culture guys. So I think it's probably going to be Asai.
yeah. Texas. He's there's something about him. I thought he
Doesn't he play linebacker some?
yeah, he played Will, and then but he's also rushed from the edge a lot. We can go Asai. I like Asai to the Raiders. I think that's a good little fit right there. The Ravens is kind of tough because I think that what they need most is a receiver, and Rashad Bateman is still here, who's like great at contested catch.
Mm-hmm.
But also the middle of the line has been kind of tough as of
Give
recently.
you know who I'm going to say right here.
Let it rip.
Give them Rashawn Slater.
We could talk about Rashawn Slater all day. I think Rashawn Slater, I think if you kick him inside, I think that's a great idea. I took a note on this. They took Creed Humphrey last year. And so Creed Humphrey would be their center. They got
Creed Humphrey's in this draft.
or no. Sorry. Why did I say of Creed? Oh, Humphrey. I'm silly. No, they have Bradley Bozeman. They'll move Bradley Bozeman from guard to center, and then they'll take Rashawn Slater, and he can play guard. I think that that's a great. I think
I
that's a
think,
great pick.
yeah, I definitely think that's the best.
Um, the Washington football team. So they missed their quarterback. They could, if they end up at 19, I think they could trade up, but I don't think that they should. We talked about that too in our Twitter dual mock. Pick a receiver, pick a tackle, wait, bide your time, and then put the quarterback into the system. I think
Yeah,
that's a great idea. So we still have a good amount of tackles on the board. Cosme's still on the board. Darisaw's still on the board. Um, Bateman is still here. I'm not mad at Bateman. I feel like Bateman started off the year like
I
really
think.
high, and
Okay,
then
all right. Hear me
people
out.
bring it down on him.
So with all these big name uh, wide receivers like projected to hit free agency this year, it's like Juju, Kenny Galladay,
Allen Robinson.
Allen Robinson. I wouldn't be surprised if Washington tries to make a move for one of
So
those, or
so
like they trade
Washington gets
down.
Juju.
If Washington got Juju to play next to Terry McLaurin,
That'd be crazy.
holy shit!
Terry McLaurin would be nuts, and then Juju in the slot.
Yeah, just something like that, you know. Um,
That'd be crazy.
I could even see them making a move for Curtis Samuel because Ron Rivera guy.
That would be kind of nice. Yeah,
That would be
true.
kind of nice, yeah. But like because of that, I think they might go tackle here because their O line is honestly garbage.
Yeah, I think they go tackle. I think Darisaw has been rising a bunch. I actually really like Cosme, but Darisaw's been a big riser, so I could see them going Darisaw. Um,
Uh, I think they might go Cosme because of his size. Because Homeboy like six
Cosme's
seven.
massive, 6'7". Yep,
Yeah, I mean I
6'7",
prefer
300.
Darisaw, but I think Cosme might make more sense.
Yeah, I mean, I like. Well, what happened there? It went
Uh
ETN.
oh well.
They're not going ETN, so I'll tell you that.
Is there any way we can fix this?
But we're just gonna start over real quick. We'll just talk about. I can just run through it. We'll just talk
Yeah.
about draft in the meantime. But yeah, I think it'd be interesting to see where Washington goes in free agency because uh like you said, there are all those big name receivers hitting the market. Who else is it? Can you look it up?
All the free agent receivers.
Yeah. Because I know it's Allen Robinson, Juju, Kenny Galladay.
Pulling it up. 2021 NFL FA class. This is per spot track. So might be a little inaccurate, but this is who we used last year.
Yeah.
All positions, wide receiver, update. Okay. AJ Green, Allen Robinson, T.Y., Sammy Watkins, Marvin Jones, Brashad Perryman. Um, Solid group right there.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Juju, Rashard Higgins hits FA.
Yeah, from Cleveland.
Yeah, Kenny Galladay, D.D. Westbrook, Josh Reynolds from the Rams.
Really? Josh Reynolds is I guess did he get drafted 2016?
I think so. I don't even remember him getting drafted, to be honest with you. He just kind of popped up one day, and I was like, okay.
Did we go Quiddy pay for the Broncos? Yeah,
Yeah.
because it was Wyatt Davis. Yeah, that's a good little group. I mean, I don't know who else could be. I mean, obviously, I think the Lions should try and re-sign Galladay. Um, I think the Bears are not going to keep Allen Robinson. I think there's no way. Uh, you think Juju will go back to the Steelers?
I think so. I mean, he's got nothing else to lose. Like, he doesn't have to be the wide receiver one. Like, I mean, the way Pittsburgh offenses run, he doesn't have to be wide receiver one. He just kind of has to be wide receiver like 2A or 2B
Yeah, he
because that's
just
just
plays in the
how
slot.
that's just how their offense is set.
Cool. So we had the football team going Cosme
Yeah.
gang. All right. So we're back on it. The Cardinals are up. J.C. Horn still hasn't gone. Patrick Peterson is old.
Yeah. Robert
Um,
Alford missed all season with an injury
yeah,
after
I
he
think
got a contract from them.
I think if J.C. Horn falls to 20, I think he should go.
I think so too.
J.C. Horn is nice. Can't be mad at that. So the Dolphins. We're
Yeah.
back here.
They already
The
got their
Dolphins
receiver.
at their actual pick. They picked Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
So they picked Josh Jones. No, Austin Jackson in the draft last year.
Mm-hmm. Who's honestly
But
playing well.
yeah, I think he's been good. Like not, I mean, obviously not as good as like the top four, like Jedrick Wills, Wirfs, Becton,
Yeah.
and to a degree Thomas. But
A year ago, we were an Austin Jackson slander podcast.
yeah,
Um,
we were.
we are wrong, and we will take the criticism for that one.
Yeah, we were an Austin Jackson slander. I I don't know. I just didn't see it in him, but I'm glad he's played well just for like Tua's sake.
Yeah. As,
But
as
I'm
weird
not
as this
sure. I'm
one
not sure who we go
sounds,
here.
as weird as it sounds, and I know we hate running backs and hate valuing running backs.
Please don't.
I think it's Najee.
Najee. I
Okay, just listen to my argument here. Miami's rushing attack is buns. Like
yeah.
they just aren't getting anything going. Brian Flores seems like the coach who would appreciate a good, strong, power running back. And Najee Harris has familiarity with Tua. Um, I just I feel like it. I feel like it can make sense.
I don't want it.
Especially. I
I don't want it. I
what are you
like.
feeling?
I mean, no. It makes sense. It makes sense. But I just like. You know how we are about running backs on this
I know.
podcast.
I know. I don't want it
It's
either,
just
but it
it's
also
just I'm
feels
just like
right.
I'm looking down the board, right? And I'm looking at who we can pick after the top two running backs who are pretty much I mean, I think people are overthinking it if they think Najee is like way better than ETN. I think ETN's insane.
I think.
ETN has
I think.
been insane.
I think
But they're
both
different
grade
types of
out.
backs.
That's what I'm saying. I think both grade out the same. It just comes down to which one you want for your scheme.
Yeah, because ETN is 5'10", 210, ridiculous, ridiculous
Stupid
acceleration,
fast.
ridiculous perch. Yeah, I mean the man is running 4.3s.
Fantastic vision.
Najee is 6'2", 230 in a power pack.
Yeah, Najee will
I
run
mean
over you.
like Derrick
ETN
Henry.
will run around you.
Yeah, but then what I'm saying is like I'm looking down this and I see Javonte Williams, Chuba Hubbard, Kenneth Gainwell, Zamir White, and Michael Carter. Like and Javian Hawkins and Kylan Hill and Puka Williams.
Yeah,
Like
I don't
I
like
like
Puka.
you know like Puka?
I
I
don't
think
like
he's kind of
Puka.
I
But
like him, but he just plays for a garbage team.
Puka's
Um
170.
yeah, he can be small. You can be small and be okay. Let's look something up. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I still see your screen.
179. So look,
Yeah,
he
but
puts
Tariq
on
Cohen's not
9 pounds.
not 5'10.
He puts on nine. He puts on 9 pounds, and he's the same weight as the best running back in the NFL.
Tariq Cohen is not 5'10.
You're right. He's 5'6". But I'm just saying, like, I mean, if Puka could put on some weight, it could happen. Anyways, I'm just saying, like, I see some
Oh no, I definitely see
value
some
down the
quality
line.
there, but like the problem is Brian Flores definitely screams like traditional football coach, like with like a set ideology, and so like I feel like Najee might be the pick. They might go Jeremiah Owusu.
Uso Korma,
Yeah,
Kamara,
him. I will be
Mo,
botching that until draft day.
Owusu Koramoa. But yeah.
Owusu Koramoa.
I mean, I don't. He just doesn't give me the same vibe as Michael Parsons.
Maybe they go Nick Bolton here because they run that 3-4 defense.
That would be crazy.
Well, I don't know if they run a 3-4. I don't remember
You
what they
just
run
say that?
traditionally. I did. I watched their game last week, and I'm just literally drawing a blank on what they run.
We can just Google it. That's the best part about. Uh, well, they play multiple fronts, so
Oh God.
it doesn't mean anything. So, anyways, you know what? Let's go running back just because we're crazy and we're just trying something out.
This is gonna
Let's
be the
go
shock
Najee.
value pick that
Let's go
every
Najee. Yeah, and I'll put it in the YouTube title like Dolphins go RB question mark question mark. It'll be fun.
Dolphins do what with their pick.
Yeah. Uh, just like throw it away. Just like but that's crazy though, because now they have Tua, they have Jamar Chase, and they have Najee Harris.
That's three of the
That is
best SEC
and
players in like the past like 5 years.
yeah. And Devontae Parker still plays for them.
Yeah,
They'll have to get
get some O line help
some
and
line help down the line, but I'm not mad at any of this. I'm not even mad at Alec Lindstrom. I'm not mad at Ben Cleveland.
I like Ben Cleveland.
Look at him. He's so big. Look at his beard. 6'6", 341.
We played against him in high school.
You played against him in high school.
I mean,
Jeez.
I did not
No,
play,
not you. I
but
know, not
I
you.
watched Kyle get trucked by Ben Cleveland in high school
Yeah. I mean, like he's just like, and
because he was like the
imagine,
same. I'm telling you, he was like the same size though in high school.
yeah, just massive. Imagine like him. He's blocking for Najee Harris.
Yeah, that
That
sounds
would
nice.
be okay. I'll be fine with it. We'll do that. I'm not. It's not my pick, but Brian Flores might do it.
Yeah. Okay.
The
All right.
Buccaneers.
So Bucks are weird, but but give me Christian Darrisaw to protect Tom Brady opposite of Tristan Wirfs. Give them the best young bookend offensive line in the league.
Who's the other tackle right now? Is it Donovan? What is it? Donovan Smith? Is that who it is?
I think it's Donovan Smith, who's okay.
Yeah.
He
And isn't you know who's another guy who's leaving this year in free agency that we didn't talk about? Godwin.
oh my god, yeah, he wasn't even on the list.
Yeah. So I mean I could see Darisaw here. I could see Rashad Bateman. A lot of people like going J2FLA. I don't want to go an interior defensive lineman unless they're crazy,
Uh,
like last
I
year.
mean, I like Jay, but not in first round. Like I think there's only one tackle, maybe two interior defensive linemen that might get first round buzz. Um, one of them is Christian Barmore, and then the other one is Marvin Wilson if he has a
Yeah.
good Senior Bowl.
Yeah. I like Christian Barmore. Jordan. People have been talking about Jordan Davis too. I forgot about him.
He's a nose tackle, and they already have that in Vita Vea.
Yeah, he's nice though. But the only reason they go IDL is because people think that they shouldn't re-sign Ndamukong Suh, which I agree. So,
If you can get him for a cheap deal, might as well.
well, if you can. But yeah, I like Darisaw here. Why not? Let's
Yeah,
go
Darisaw
crazy.
sounds good,
Let's not. Let's do it, dude.
especially with the emergence of Rojo. Like you don't really need Travis Etienne here either.
Yeah, you just hope that. I mean, it's going to be 3 years from now, and Rojo's not going to be a player anymore, so it didn't really matter. But um, the top need that the Colts have, it says on here, is QB. They picked Eason last year. I like obviously they're gonna have to
This
trade
pick
up for
really
something
comes,
if they
yeah. I
want.
mean, this like it just really comes down to how they value Eason. Um, like I don't know, man. I think
Wasn't he
Eason
a
has
second
the.
rounder?
He was a fourth.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
he has all the tools. He's just kind of
yeah,
lackluster.
yeah, to say the least. I think if they want a quarterback, they'll have to trade up for one. Because I see no reason to pick Mac Jones here. They might do it though. I mean,
I don't.
depends
I
on how
don't
bad they
want
want
them.
it.
I don't want them to pick Mac Jones. I really don't.
Neither do I. Neither do I. I think they should pick a tackle.
I think they should too. Um,
Um,
because especially with the Anthony Costanzo potentially retiring,
yep,
like
yep. And because he was gonna retire, he's gonna come back for one season, and then got hurt, and then it's been a whole thing.
I think this one's gonna be Alex Leatherwood because
Alex
he gives
Leatherwood.
you versatility on that offensive line.
Yeah,
Um,
I think Alex Leatherwood could have been a first, maybe second rounder last year.
yeah, I
I
think he would
think
have been a second rounder last year. I don't think
uh,
he really did enough to drive up his draft stock this year, though.
yeah. Somebody I like is Jalen Mayfield.
I actually have
Um,
not gotten around to Jalen Mayfield yet. I've
yeah,
heard good things about him. I just haven't got to him yet.
he's young. Um, and so he's like a little raw probably. And he's a little bit slow on like real like bendy edge rushers.
Yeah.
But he does get to practice against Quiddy Pay and Aiden Hutchinson every week. So I can't be mad at that.
Pour one out for
Eichenberg,
Aiden Hutchinson.
yeah, pouring out. Eichenberg hasn't allowed a sack in like 2 years, I think.
Isn't he a right tackle though?
I have no clue.
I have not gotten to him
I
yet
haven't
either.
watched
I'm
Eichenberg.
so behind on offensive line. I've been
I like
watching a
that's
lot. I've been watching hella quarterbacks, hella receivers,
I've
and
been
hella
I've been
running backs.
watching offensive line, and I have I've watched Spencer Brown. That's somebody I watch, but
You watch
um
Spencer Brown?
yeah, Spencer Brown's nice, and he goes to Northern Iowa.
Whoa. Okay.
You know how I like my players
I
at
know you.
ridiculous weird
I
schools.
I
That's how
know
I
you
like.
like those under the
He's
radar.
6'9", Hunter.
Oh my
You
God,
know how I like my players.
I'm pretty sure he's going to the Senior Bowl.
Yeah, he's ridiculous. I'm excited to see him. He's a right tackle, but anyways, yeah, I think Leatherwood could be a good pick here. I'm down for that.
Let's send it.
Back to back tackles. Little Darisaw, little Leatherwood, and guess who made it to the Browns, dude?
Is it
Guess who
joke?
made it all the way here? JOK. Look at that.
Give them J. Okay.
Yeah, give them JOK. I mean,
They,
um,
because he might play safety for them. They need a lot.
yeah, they need something on that defense. The offense is doing great. The offense is having a good time, even without Odell. The offense is having a
Oh,
good time.
okay, Chargers won. Falcons are up to pick 6 in the draft.
They're up to pick 6.
Yep.
That has them picking Trey Lance. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, that would still be Trey Lance. Yeah.
Yeah, I like what? How high would they have to get to 2, right, for them to change their pick?
And
Unless they get. Do you think that they would go CB? They take Terrell. You get Terrell and you get Patrick Surtain and you
okay,
the best young cornerback too in the league.
so my logic was like if the Falcons kept winning and somehow ended up around like pick 12, go JC Horn,
Yeah,
but because like JC Horn and AJ Terrell would be a blue collar cornerback duo.
that'd be
They
nice,
are
man.
not afraid to play like to get their hands dirty, which is
You
fantastic.
you know somebody that I've been thinking about actually maybe in the second round if he doesn't go in the first. Darian Kendrick paired with AJ Terrell.
Yeah, a lot of people have been hyping him up.
Darian Kendrick kind of nice.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he's gonna stay though for his senior year.
He might. I think I don't know. I like it says it on here and like obviously it's true. Still extremely new to the position and it shows.
Yeah.
He was a receiver before
But
2019 and then he and
got another
Terrell
one
together.
turned corner. Jeez.
Yeah, I love wide receivers turned corner by the way. Like that's Caleb Farley too.
Yeah, I know that's your thing. I love the nitty gritty physical corners, and I've always loved that.
Yeah. That's I mean yeah, that's these press corners. There's some good press corners in this draft.
Okay,
Um
so
the
we're back
Jets.
to the Jets. Pick 25. We gave them Trevor Lawrence. Uh, Etienne feels right, but I think they
33.
might.
ETN at 33, right?
Yeah, at 33 feels more right.
So they're gonna go Terrace Marshall. Or Rashad Bateman's still here.
How big? Okay, hold on. I gotta look up Denzel Mims. I forget how big Denzel Mims is because I
Well,
don't want to.
the thing about Rashad Bateman, he is 6'1", 210, so he's not like an X receiver, but it's the separation and the contested catch with Rashad Bateman.
Okay, yeah,
Rashad
Denzel Mims
Bateman
is the
can
more
make any.
traditional X receiver. Yeah, give them
Okay,
Rashad Bateman.
yeah, I'm
Or
not
or
mad at
hold
that.
on, or hold on, hold on.
Okay,
Do we want to? Oh, well, too late now.
well, to talk about it though, yeah,
Well,
either way.
I was gonna talk about it. I was going to say, do we want to give them an offensive line because outside of Mekhi Becton, that line is garbage.
Yeah, well,
And
right now
If
that
you're drafting Trevor Lawrence, you don't want them to have a repeat of what happened with Joe Burrow.
yeah, right now, the other tackle is George Fant, who's been having like a fine season, not a great season, but a
Okay.
fine season. I think that you could find some
So I mean,
Uh,
there's some good
if
guards later in the draft
I was
too.
about to say, if you don't want to go ETN at the beginning of the second, give me
Maybe like
Elijah
Trey
Vera Tucker.
Smith
Give me Trey
or
Smith.
give me Creed
Like,
Humphrey, who can play center.
yeah, I mean, I'm not mad at any of this right here. I haven't really seen Landon Dickerson.
Landon Dickerson's
Uh,
the center, and so is Josh Myers.
yeah,
So
I
like
know Josh
literally,
Myers
like
is center.
according to this website, literally, if you gave me anybody from Josh Myers up at pick 33, I'm probably okay with it.
Couldn't be mad at it. Yeah. Um, there still we will be probably some good OTs later on. I like
Oh
Spencer
yeah,
Brown, like I said.
yeah. Uh,
Um, but
Spencer Brown
Jackson
already plays
Carman
right tackle.
was that? Yeah, Spencer Brown could play right,
And you
and
can use
Makai Becton
Fant
at
as a swing
left.
tackle.
Couldn't be mad at that. Jackson Carman, good tackle, I think. Dylan
Yeah.
Radens is
I've
Taylor
heard good
Mayfield.
things. I've heard good things about Tevin Jenkins.
Tevin Jenkins, 6'6", 310.
Yeah, I've heard good about him. I weirdly like Walker Little, like as one of those like day two guys. Like,
Oh, from Stanford.
yeah,
Yeah,
I weirdly like him.
yeah, I'm
But like,
not
it's
mad at
so
him
weird
either.
because like the drop after him, according to the Draft Network, is huge. Like the drop after Brady Christensen
Or after
is,
Walker Little. From
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Well, I have a day two, a late day two on Brady Christensen. Probably early day three actually, when it's all said and done. But like after that, like the talent drop off at tackle was massive.
yeah. But like you got a solid group in there. There's
Yeah, I mean,
that's
you can put
four,
like
five, six, seven,
I want to
eight,
say like
nine.
I was talking
That's
to
12
somebody about
talent.
this. Like on the pretty much in the top 10, top 12, you can find like a starter. Like any of the top 12,
Yeah,
you can find a
I
starter.
think so. I think so. Um, Daniel Falele obviously is a interesting look because he just started kind of playing, but he's just massive.
Yeah,
Uh,
400 pounds.
yeah, 6'8".
Yeah, I mean
It's just a body weight or a body size thing. Like, how do you even get around that?
yeah.
But he also opted
Yeah,
out this season, so
it's literally the same thing as Makai Becton.
yeah, just literally massive. He's obviously got to get down from 400 if he
Yeah,
wants to play against some of the speedier edge rushers. The Jaguars have 26. I could see tackle here too.
I
Uh,
don't see tackle here actually. I
really,
think they're weirdly okay with their tackles. Um, I
it just like if you're gonna
I
pick a
think they
quarterback in the
might
first round, it follows.
click receiver for me.
It's Terrace Marshall, Crystal
Give
Olave.
I think Terrace Marshall might be the pick to play opposite of DJ Chark to give
That could be
Justin Fields
nice.
some weapons.
Yeah, that could be nice. The running game is good there. I'm gonna love to see Justin Fields, James Robinson, and then yeah, Terrace Marshall, DJ Chark. And maybe they could get maybe at pick 34, they get Pat Fryermuth.
Yeah, exact. Like
That could be nice.
that would be very
I
nice.
like I like that. Terrace Marshall at 26 to the Jags, back-to-back receivers.
Oh my God, give
The
them an
Tennessee
edge.
Titans.
Give them an edge.
It's
Uh,
Azeez Ojulari,
yeah,
which
give them
is
him.
so nice.
Like seeing them miss on Clowney this year hurt because they
Well,
have Harold Landry who's good, and then they missed on Vic Beasley. They missed on Clowney. It's just it's disheartening to see.
yeah, I like. I wouldn't have paid Clowney personally. It's a run stopping, 3-4 type edge. Um,
Yeah,
I'm not like super into that. I think Aziz Ojolari, obviously a huge riser. I think he'll be good
yeah.
um for
I
the
think my
Titans.
biggest frustration for Jadeveon Clowney's entire career has been seeing him played in the wrong scheme pretty much his
Yeah, for
entire
sure,
career.
for sure.
Because
I
like
think when
Houston drafted him to be a standing up outside backer, and that's not him. Clowney's
nope.
like 6'6", 270 or some shit like that.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean he's like Epinesa size,
yeah,
which is
his hand has to be in the dirt. Like,
right,
he might not get you the sacks then, but like he will be blowing up plays.
right.
But like you can't get like you don't sign Clowney to be the sack master. You get him to just be a disruptive force on that defensive line.
Yeah, absolutely, totally agree. Bills are up. Obviously, the Bills are my team. Luckily, Eric
I'm gonna let
Stokes
you
is
make
going
full
here, but
decision on this one.
yeah, I mean, I think the pick is corner just because Josh Norman's been playing some CB2 next to Tre'Davious White, and then Levi Wallace has actually had a really good um, year, but I don't think you can be mad at more cornerback depth. Um, Linebacker is the next need that they have on here. I don't think it's linebacker because like Matt Milano, Tremaine Edmonds have been perfectly serviceable. Matt Milano's been out some of the season, but AJ Klein, even behind him, has been fine. The line could always use work, but I think if you have Eric Stokes falling here, who I really like out of the two corners at Georgia, I think I really like Eric Stokes better than Tyson Campbell.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, Tyson Campbell, he has good traits. He's not really put it all together yet this year.
yeah, I agree.
Um, I think he'll go second round just on those traits, but yeah,
Yeah, I mean he's a little bit taller. Same like outside corner type thing. I just like Eric Stokes better this season. I've liked what I've seen from him better. Um,
Eric
and
Stokes
I
has
think
big playability.
yeah, for sure. He's a little bit smaller than Tyson Campbell. Yeah, his frame is smaller, only about
Yeah,
smaller, but
well, I think
yeah,
Stokes will do well in the AFC East.
I like cornerback to them there. The Packers, Jesus, I mean, the Packers need to go receiver every year. Do they ever do it? No.
I don't think corner is a big need for them though. As weird as
No,
it
because
sounds,
isn't Jair Alexander
Yeah, Jair Alexander's like
been
one
like
of the most
one of the best
underrated.
corners in the league?
I'm pretty sure he's one of the highest rated PFF corners this year.
Yeah,
Which, granted, that doesn't really mean that much in the grand
but
scheme of it
still,
all. But he's fantastic, and he held Ridley to like 30 yards. He's pretty much held everybody under 100 yards this year.
yeah, he's been excellent. We talked about Kadarius Toney, Rondale Moore here, just like that gadget type player. Um, Kadarius Toney's just like bigger than Rondale Moore.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
mean,
mean, I
that's
think
like that's
Kadarius
like what it comes
Toney.
down to.
I think Toney would be a lot of fun in that Packers offense. Um, do we want to give them a tackles? Since this tackles, there's third. I don't even know if tackles like a big need for them though.
Well, David Bakhtiari has been like excellent, and I think they might be losing their other tackle though.
Oh yeah, so they lost Bulaga in free agency.
Yeah, so I mean, we could go tackle.
You want to give
Eichenberg is
them Liam?
here.
So you want to give them Liam Eichberg?
We could do
Eichenberg?
that. Yeah, I'd go Liam Eichenberg. Honestly, they probably won't pick receiver anyway, so they'll
Honestly,
probably let us all down.
exactly. You gotta keep Aaron Rodgers happy. So giving him a new lineman, it's not a
Yeah,
receiver, but like it's
not a
not
receiver.
bad.
It's something. Um, the Steelers here, a lot of people have gone tackle with them too. I could see that
The Steelers need to get younger all the way around.
just everywhere,
Like
just
I
everywhere.
didn't realize how old their roster was all the way around. And if the Steelers don't hit on like this upcoming, like I don't think they're going quarterback here. As like I think they're going to use a mid-round pick and try to make a move for like Sam Darnold or Dwayne Haskins, um, just to maybe see what happens there.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be mad at Darnold to Pittsburgh. I wouldn't be mad at Stafford to Pittsburgh. That'd be fun.
Stafford, Wentz, Haskins, Darnold, any of those to Pittsburgh are good.
Yeah,
Um, but my thing is just where do we where do we choose to get younger? Because they're about to lose Bud Dupree in free agency, I believe. Him and TJ Watt are both hitting free agency in the next year or two.
yeah.
And
I just don't know if the
I don't,
value's there.
yeah, I don't think, I don't think Jalen Phillips fits their defense.
I don't think so either. But
Maybe Rashad Jr. I like him, but maybe not first round value.
yeah, I think he's probably day two. He's a
Yeah.
little small for me anyway.
Well,
But
he'd be playing a standing pass rusher.
still, I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah. I mean, I just I feel like you have to go tackle here because if you do talk Ben into staying another year, you can't have him getting hit. We've seen the durability issues with him this year, with the knee issues and the ankle issue, and the shoulder issue, and it's just a matter of time before he does break down again.
Yeah, I think Redunds feels like Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Dylan Radins or Jalen Mayfield, I think is going to be the pick. Um,
You got a
I like
preference?
I prefer Radins. Then again, I also have not watched Mayfield.
Yeah, I like Mayfield, but we can save him. We can save him. I think I think the Saints could go quarterback. I'll say that.
Yeah,
I think they should go
Jameis
linebacker.
Jameis hits free agency. Drew Brees is 40 now,
Yeah,
39, 40,
and clearly falling apart.
clearly falling apart. Taysom, you could maybe squeeze a season out of Taysom Hill.
I mean, Sean Payton does love Taysom.
Yeah, I mean, but he's also 30. Taysom is 30
Yeah,
in a running quarterback.
yeah.
Like,
So
granted,
he's
he
not
doesn't
gonna
have
have that
wear.
much left.
I mean, he doesn't have the wear and tear on him that other running quarterbacks do. But
Not yet. But
I think Mac,
soon.
I think Mac Jones might be the pick here.
I think it might too. I wouldn't be mad at Dylan Moses saving Colin to Nick Bolton, but
Yeah,
I think that's that's a pick for maybe a different time. Maybe they get it in second round. Maybe they get Jabril Cox or Chasserat.
yeah.
That would be terrible.
You already know what I want to say for Kansas City.
I'm so afraid. I'm
You know I want to
afraid to
say
see all of
Rondale
them.
Moore or Kadarius Tony
Yeah, I know. That like that that's the scariest thing that I could imagine.
because like
But
Sammy Watkins hits free agency. Do you want to have Rondale Moore, Tyreek Hill, and
Michael Hardman,
Nicole Hardman be your top three
Travis
receivers
Kelce.
at all under 6 foot?
I mean, if you're trying to replace Sammy Watkins, Amon-Ra St. Brown, 6'1", great contested catch. He's physical.
So
I
him and
showed
Chris Olave are the same player in my
yeah.
eyes.
I see Chris Olave more as a separation guy, more than like physical.
Yeah,
Um, but he is a very good he's a good route runner.
yeah. I mean,
Uh,
I don't, like the thing is the Chiefs have so much talent.
it's the rich get richer, dude. I mean, what about what we still have Elijah Vera Tucker here.
Give them okay. Um, how old are their linebackers?
I don't know.
Because
I
one of them,
think
is
I
Anthony
think in
Hitchens, who I think's
I
like,
think in the Twitter draft, I actually went linebacker.
oh,
Um, but
jeez.
it's like where do you want to get better because everything's already good.
That's what I'm saying. Everything's already fantastic.
But they
Uh,
um they picked Willie Gay last year actually, who I kind of like. But
yeah, Anthony Hitchens is it's loading. Okay, Anthony Hitchens is 28, younger than I thought. And then the other one is Damian Wilson, who is 27. Oh,
27.
Jesus Christ.
But I think you can always. I mean, you can always improve.
Yeah, but I don't.
Damian Wilson isn't great. I mean,
Yeah, but like you drafted Willie Gay last year, who was a pretty solid backer.
yeah. Yeah, I like Willie Gay. Came out of
Yeah,
Mississippi
I
State.
forgot. I know you were huge on Willie Gay last year.
Yeah,
I
he's a
mean,
big riser for me.
I like their corners, but maybe you could upgrade a corner if there's a corner there.
I don't think there
I don't think
is.
there's a corner. There's Sean Wade.
Darian Kendrick. Well, Sean Wade's a slot corner.
Well, I mean, yeah, but they run this weird hybrid defense. So
They
like maybe
could go Sean Wade.
let me look at their.
The Chiefs. I feel like are just one of the hardest picks because it's just where do you want the rich to get richer?
Uh,
Like
do we want to give them Jalen Mayfield
we could run that. I wouldn't be
Or
mad at that.
Elijah Vera Tucker?
I mean, I was mocking Iowa a lot to them at the end of last year, and then they went running back in the first round.
I'm almost
So
certain I mocked them Trey Smith at one point last year before he decided to go back.
Elijah Vera Tucker, Trey Smith's still on the board. Trey Smith does have the medical issues with the blood clots and stuff like that.
Yeah, That
The
is a
blood
little
clots in
concerning.
his.
Maybe go Vera Tucker then.
Yeah, I mean he's a guard. He's played tackle, so you could always kick him out to tackle. You can't be mad at that. Um, so we can look over it real quick, and I'll in the recording. This has just been a little experiment. See if we can just come on here and just talk some football, do some mock drafts. Um, hopefully, we'll try to do it a little bit more often. But Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, Penny Sewell, it's been pretty much mocked. The quarterbacks at 4 and 5, I love doing that too. Micah Parsons at 6 to the Panthers, love that. Trey Lance goes to the Falcons, maybe learns a year or two under Matt Ryan before taking over. Wouldn't be mad at that either. Um, Jamar Chase to the Dolphins, Jesus Christ. I think somebody trades up and gets him, but Jalen Waddle to the Eagles. We got Greg Rousseau to the Giants. Devontae Smith taking over for those missing wide receivers in Detroit. Zach Wilson starting a new dynamic offense with Shanny in San Francisco. Got Kwity Paye taking over for the Von Miller, Bradley Chubb era. Wyatt Davis, my boy, going to Minnesota. Kyle Pitts in New England is so scary. As a Bills fan, I'm so scared of it. I don't like when it happens. It's so scary. The Bears let me down once again. Pick Kyle Trask. I like Osai to the Raiders. I think it could be Ojolari too, but I like Osai there. Rashawn Slater at in Baltimore. I never thought about that before, but I think that's excellent. Cosme to Washington, so we can build up before we take our quarterback of the future, J.C. Horn, to take over in Patrick Peterson's spot in for the Cardinals. Najee Harris, the big clickbait pick for the Dolphins. Darisaw the Bucks. Leatherwood. We picked a lot of tackles. Dang.
Well, yeah, it's different than
It's
the
a good
mock that we
class.
ran on Twitter though, because the mock that we ran on Twitter, tackles kept sliding.
Yeah, we just picked a ridiculous amount of tackles here. It's nice. It's fun. Leatherwood to the Colts. I like that. I think Eichenberg go to the Colts too. I think they would like him, but I think
Yeah.
Leatherwood is good here. I love JOK to the Browns. I'll mock it till the day I die. Love that there. Rashad
What is
Bateman
this?
to
What
the
is the thing
Jets.
Garrett Ballard says? Tweet it till it's backwards, or say it till it's backwards, or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Fire Todd Grantham till it's backwards.
We got Terrace Marshall with DJ Chark on that new look Jacksonville offense. That's going to be such a young, beautiful offense. I love that.
Oh, dude,
Um,
Terrace Marshall is so he's so weird because he's so good and he has no quarterback play this year and he's still so good.
yeah, he's a big guy too. I didn't realize he was 6'3". That'd be kind of nice. Um, Zizo Jalari taking over for that clown deal, dare I say. Eric Stokes out of Georgia to the Bills. Love that. Pair him up with Trey White. Give them that good secondary that they've always had recently. I don't know. Eichenberg to the Packers because we know damn well they won't pick a receiver. Raidens to the Steelers. Mac Jones getting into the first round. So we got 6 QBs in the first round to the Saints. I think that makes sense, though. I like that. And then Elijah Bear Tucker finally at the end of the Chiefs. Well, damn, Hunter, I think we just talked for an hour and a half.
Yeah, we did just talk for about an hour and a half on just
I'm gonna post it on YouTube, so
post on YouTube and then I'll tweet it. And
hell, I'll tweet
maybe
it
we get some
too.
people to watch
My
our
64 followers.
maybe we get some people to watch our YouTube channel.
Yeah, maybe so. I mean, I think the more content we start putting out, better it's gonna be. So it's been a pleasure, buddy.
It has been a real pleasure. Can't wait to do this again sometime.
Sir, peace.